Sometimes, life isn't fair. People might hurt you for no reason, lie about you, or make you feel like you don't belong. But here's the truth: your story doesn't end with the bad days. You have the power to rise, to hold on, and to choose kindness even when the world doesn't. Because in the end, it's not the ones who hurt others who are strong, but the ones who refuse to become like them. Ethan had always been a little different. He loved reading, asked many questions in class, and never fought back when the other kids pushed him around. Some envied how easily he aced tests, while others just thought he was too quiet, too soft. He was the perfect target. One day, after gym class, the school principal called him into the office. A teacher's phone had gone missing, and somehow, Ethan's backpack was where it was found. "I didn't take it," Ethan said, his voice steady, but his hands clenched. The principal shook his head. "Until we figure out what really happened, you're suspended." Ethan's stomach dropped. He walked out of the office under the weight of whispers, stares, and smirks from the ones who had set him up. At home, he felt angry, but more than that alone. His parents believed him, but they couldn't fix it. His only escape was books, and he found himself reading about people who had been wronged, who had lost everything but still found a way to rise again. It gave him something to hold onto. With nothing else to do, he started spending time at the community center, helping an old man named Mr. Lewis organize books for a reading program. Mr. Lewis had seen a lot in his life, falsely accused of things he didn't do, betrayed by people he trusted. Yet, he had a quiet strength about him, like nothing could shake him anymore. "You can't control what people do to you," Mr. Lewis said one afternoon, stacking books into neat piles. "Only how you respond." Ethan let that sink in. He had spent days wishing he could prove his innocence, expose the bullies who had framed him. But maybe proving himself wasn't the point. Maybe surviving it, coming out stronger, was. When he returned to school, something unexpected happened. Another student got caught trying to pull the same trick on someone else, and the truth about Ethan's setup came out. The principal apologized. The teachers looked at him with something close to respect. But the biggest surprise was one of his old tormentors, Josh. Josh wasn't laughing anymore. Instead, he looked almost guilty. One afternoon, he walked up to Ethan, hands shoved in his pockets. "Hey," he muttered. "Look, I didn't think it'd get that bad. He sighed. "Forget it." Ethan didn't say anything for a long moment. He had every right to be angry, but he thought about Mr. Lewis, about all the stories he had read. People who held onto bitterness never really won. "Yeah," Ethan finally said. "It's done." Josh looked up, surprised. Then he nodded and walked away. Ethan knew this wouldn't be the last challenge he'd face. But now, he also knew he could get through it. The world wasn't fair, but he wasn't powerless. He had a choice in how to move forward, and that was enough. No matter what happens, don't let the world change who you are. Keep choosing kindness. Keep standing strong, because the ones who rise above, the ones who refuse to be pulled down by hate, are the ones who truly win in the end.